Welcome back to another video inside the amazing world, which actually has no buildings. I was literally thinking about this earlier. Like, I have 0 buildings in this world. I've spent like 5 episodes getting stuff, and I've just not done anything with it. Wait, no, that's the wrong chest. And look, I've got so much resources, but I just don't know what to build. Like, I keep planning and planning and planning, and there's just nothing that ever happens. Is this recording the... Okay, I thought it wasn't recording the audio then. Just a very quiet game, apparently. You know, maybe we can turn it up a bit. It is quiet. It's kind of quiet. I don't know why it's so quiet. It's normally louder than that. Hello, Nate. But today... I do today. I kind of just want to get more stuff, but I've already got so much stuff. You know what? We'll keep mining. Today, I wanted to talk about... I know a few things. First of all, the new Legend of Zelda film, like, first screenshots have been released, and... I remember when they first announced that they were making a Zelda film, and then they showed the actors and actresses that they were going to use in it. There was like a big, not uproar, because that really wasn't what it was, but it was kind of like a, you know, these don't really look like Zelda and Link, which I kind of agreed with at first. I was like, yeah, they could have probably found some better looking, not better looking, not like that. I mean, ones that looked more accurate to Link and Zelda from the games. Like I remember people saying that. I think it was Hunter Schafer, the name of that transgender actress. Yes, would have been better for Zelda, and I genuinely like it. It is crazy. She looked exactly like Zelda, and then half the internet was like, "Yeah, get her in," and then the other half was like, "No, she's a transgender. We can't." Like, I don't understand that. That just doesn't. If she looks like her, then who cares? I would not. That would not. I think if you genuinely can sit there and say, oh, they're a transgender actor or actress, therefore I'm not going to watch the film, you need to, like, go outside. Like, really just take a look at yourself and be like, is this really what I'm doing with my life? Like, I'm really that bothered about this? Like, just watch the film. If they're a good actor, if they're a good actress, if they look like the character, if they're good at the job, that's all you should care about. The only time you should get annoyed about casting, in the general sense, the only time you should generally get annoyed is if the actor is a bad actor, like they're just not good at the job. That's the only time you could be like, yeah, you should have got should have got someone else. Other than that, who cares? Like, who cares? And the Hunter Schafer person genuinely looked exactly like Zelda, if I remember correctly. Like, they were just an exact copy. So I think that would have been cooler, but they did show screenshots today. I did just see them on Twitter, and it does look pretty good, to be fair. It looks a lot better than I thought it was gonna, because I'm not saying that they didn't look like them at first, but I didn't exactly have high hopes from what they showed. So that's good to see that it actually kind of looks cool, or cooler than I thought. And that led me on to thinking about another video that I saw on the internet. Crazy how many negative things you see on the internet about this guy talking about. It was just like a looksmaxing thing, and it was so mind-numbing to just watch him, like, talk about how he was going to get surgery. He was going to get, like, leg lengthening surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6", and it's like really, you're going to go through. And he was saying how it needs like a year of not being able to walk in order to get this surgery. And it's like, first of all, you're already 6'2", which is what is classed as like tall to most people. So I don't really know why you need to get to 6'6". Like that, I'm taller than 6'2". I don't know exactly how tall I am, but I'm taller than 6'2", and I would not want to be any taller than this. Like, I'm not saying this to like flex and be like, oh, you know, being 6'3", 6'4" is like so hard, but it's genuinely kind of annoying at times. Like, you know, I kind of just stand out, and it's kind of like a self-conscious kind of thing, and finding clothes to fit is like hard. So also ignore my hair. I know my hair's like really straight, but I had like an everything shower earlier, and I like just did everything. So I like shampooed and conditioned my hair, and it's all just gone like flat and dry, but who cares? I'm like, it's like 9 PM and I'm recording a Minecraft video, so who cares? Also my phone needs to charge. Yeah, it was like, I don't understand why you would want to get to 6'6" in the first place. You're already 6'2". You're already a good height. And not that there's any whoa, not that there's such thing as a bad height, but like in terms of what these kind of people, and I'm saying these kinds of people as like looks maxers, people that just focus on looks and think that everything is about looks. That's the kind of thing that they focus on is, you know, it's over if you're 5 foot, whatever. If you're 5 foot and a man, it's over. Apparently, that's what they say. I don't agree with that. I mean, obviously, you know, that's easy for me to say. I don't know what it's like being that height is like smaller than 6 foot. But I know for a fact that if I was, I would not have this defeatist mindset of, oh, everything's so miserable and life is over because I'm not 6 foot. Because the way to think about it is like people 20 years ago, people 30 years ago, 40 years ago, like 100 years ago, 2,000 years ago, didn't really think about that. Like not as much as they do today. It was never really that much of a problem. Like you would have, I don't know, you'd have Jerry from down the street that was like 5'2", and if he was a nice guy, and if he, you know, he worked hard, and he was a good man, he'd get ladies. Like, it's the same thing today. Like, all these people that are just so obsessed with looksmaxing are just such evil people, and they're just completely focused on looks and like how you look and how you like the video that I was watching of him. I think there might have been 2 videos. There was like 2 different ones, and he was talking about like, I don't even know what the buzzwords mean. Also, I'm realizing that this is a nicer look with this slightly raised block instead of it being down like that. I'm gonna have to go up here and like replace all these. He was using like all kinds of buzzwords. Like, I don't even know half of them. It was like this along the lines of having like a recessed jawline and, you know, all that whatever they talk about. And it's like, just watching it was like, I think he was comparing himself to someone else. And he was talking about another streamer, I can't remember the name. It's one that's famous now. I don't watch, genuinely, that's another thing, I just don't watch live streams in general. Especially not like the modern ones, because the modern ones have just become so, kind of on the point of this, have just become so like toxic and like a hate space more than like the mainstream ones that I see clips of anyway. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of mainstream ones that are like nice people and like very good people. But the ones that I see are a lot of like a lot of hate, and like their community is based around like hating on people. Especially this guy that I'm talking about. His name's like Clav Summer, I don't know. And he was like comparing himself to this other streamer, and he was talking about like, I think he genuinely said this sentence. He was talking about like, what did he say? He said like, I would rate him Mogger, he's Chad, and it's like, I don't know how old he is, but like, go outside. Like, what are you on about? Like, how are you this like self-conscious and like insecure that you just everything is about looks to them? And people will be like, oh, but everything in the world is about looks, and it's like, it is to an extent, but like, if you're just gonna sit there and be miserable about it, then obviously nothing is gonna go right for you. Like, these people will sit there and be like, oh, you know, I'm overweight, I have a recessed jawline, therefore I should just like do nothing and like just be miserable. And it's like, or, you know, you could like see what you've got, look at the hands you've been dealt in terms of how you look, and better yourself to you. Like, just do something that makes you feel happy within yourself. First of all, get off social media, because that is just skewing you. Like, these people, like these, especially kids, are like watching this and be like, oh, I have a recessed jawline, therefore it's over for me and I'm never gonna get a girlfriend. And it's like, bro, if you saw how I looked when I got with Mia, like, oh my god, I was an actual zombie, but she loved me and I was like a good person. So one day, you guys, when people actually watch these videos, I'll release what I looked like, so you can see that genuinely, like, looks are just like such a small part of it. If you're going on like a dating basis, like, you know, you're going to meet someone to like, you know, on like Tinder or something, then or you're like cold approaching someone, then yeah, looks do matter to an extent. But like, in terms of just real life, everyday like occurrences, it's just like outside, like really just go outside. Like, not everything is about your looks. Like, the one thing I'm realizing is like, so much in life is about just what you do rather than like how you look. It's like, you find hobbies and you find things that you truly enjoy. Like, for example, like, I've been doing video editing. That's like a passion of mine that I've had for a while, and I've only recently just started doing it properly. And that's like brought me an infinite amount of satisfaction within myself and joy that I'm like finally doing this after like years of putting it off and not doing it. That like no looksmaxing whatever could ever do. It's like, I go for walks. I go outside in the fresh air. I listen to nice music. I watch YouTubers that I enjoy the videos of. I like eat food that I like. I work out every now and again. I like go swimming. It's like I just do things that I enjoy, and it just makes you 10 times happier than if you were to just sit in your room, like doing this against the wall or whatever they do to like get a better jawline. It's like, just if that truly makes you happy, and you could truly sit there and say, nothing else is going to bring me any more joy than doing my little chin tucks, then go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But as long as you're not sat there just taking in all this content of people being like, oh, if you've got like a brow that sticks out at like this angle, it's over for you. Like, no, there's more to life than that. There's so much more to life than that. You know, people 50 years ago did not even know what any of that stuff is. I don't even know what any of that stuff is. And I'm fairly chronically online, and I don't know what half the stuff that they're talking about is. Like, it's just not something I'm interested in. I really don't care about recessed whatevers and, you know, over generated eyebrow lines and whatever. It's just like, be a good person. Do things that genuinely fulfill you, that you have. Like, everyone has a passion. Everyone has hobbies that they want to do. Everyone has things that they want to achieve. Like, everyone has things that they want to do. Everyone has things that make them happy. Like, I don't know, get a shower. That's what I did today. I got like an everything shower, and it just made me feel 10 times better because I felt clean. It made me feel nice. I did some work today. I was chilling. Oh, I ate food. I like spoke to my friends. I was like, it's just been a good day. Like, I've been outside. I've done things that I enjoy, and I'm in a good mood. Like, I haven't once thought about, you know, how does my jawline look, and how is my, like, I don't know, how's my eyebrow and my neck, whatever. Like, who cares? No one is looking at you. Or maybe they are. Maybe that's what all this is about. Maybe everyone's like become so hyper focused on everything that I'm constantly being judged by people that people within this space, and they're all around me, and everywhere I go, I'm just being. He's like, oh, he's got a recessed jawline, therefore he's an inferior beta male, and it's like, I can guarantee the people that do this for girls, I obviously can't speak for women, but I can guarantee you that most of them do not care. Most of them genuinely don't care. Like, the thing that gets me is like, these people do all this stuff and like do all this looks maxing, like thinking it's gonna make them some like super chad that has like 10,000 girlfriends, and it's like, they'll be like the most evil, like just despicable person to speak to, and they'll just have such hateful views on everything, like they'll have hate towards women, they'll have hate towards themselves, and then they'll be surprised when women don't actually want to like have anything to do with them, and it's like, oh, it must be the women's fault then, and it's like, really, it's the women's fault, you know, you're just kind of yeah, you're just not a nice person. Like, there is so much more life than looks, and the internet is slowly draining that away from everyone. Like, it's making everyone think that everything's about looks and everything's like comes down to your genetics, and no, it really doesn't. It might do in the world of like speed dating and all that sort of stuff, but in general everyday life, if you can just find something that you enjoy doing, then that is going to take you so much further than any amount of looks maxing will take you. I hate saying that. It's so... Oh, it just makes me feel cringe saying that. Like, the way that I think about it is like, if I was to like do anything, I'd want to be able to like say it to like my grandparents that don't understand anything and not be embarrassed about it. Like, if I was to tell my grandparents, you know, I do YouTube. My passion is YouTube, and I want to become a YouTuber. But I wouldn't be embarrassed about that, because that's like it's like a cool hobby that I'm like doing. If I was to tell them that I like looks max, and I'm like, you know, getting surgery, and I'm like blasting steroids, and like, you know, looking good for the chicks and all this, it's like, they just look at me and be like, are you like okay? We met like 60 years ago, and we went to school together, and we just got on with each other, and we've got married, and we've lived a good life since, and like, why are you doing all this? Obviously I'm never going to do that, because I've already got a wonderful girlfriend, so, you know, I'm kind of chilling. But just as a hypothetical, if like that sort of thing, and it's, I don't think I could ever look anyone in the face that doesn't understand you know, someone that doesn't understand. I don't have to explain what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, if I had to look a family member in the face and say, I looks max versus, you know, I enjoy hanging out with friends and I enjoy playing games and I enjoy doing YouTube. Like, that's a much more, well, that's cool, Jack. I mean, maybe they won't understand that and they'll just think I'm a loser anyway. But I have a feeling they'll have a less hateful outlook on me than that. Because realistically, like, imagine explaining that to someone that doesn't understand it. Imagine explaining it to, like, your mum. Your dad, just be like, yeah, Dad, I actually, life is over for me because I'm like, you made me 5'11" instead of a 6'4" Giga Chad with like a huge jawline and like massive muscles. It's like, the way that I've looked at it is, as a guy, you have so much potential to just be the best version of yourself. No matter what genetics you've got, no matter what cards you were dealt, everyone can work out. Everyone can work out. Everyone can get in shape. Not just, I'm not talking like massive, huge, jacked, you know, buff bodybuilder shape. Like, eat healthy, walk, do some kind of muscular, you know, swimming, gym, whatever, rugby, I don't know, whatever you want to do. If you want to do table tennis as a sport, if it gets your blood pumping and it makes you feel good, which is what, like, sport is for, then you are, like, chilling. Like, if you stick with that and you genuinely do that for a while, like, you are going to look 10 times better than... You're going to look better and you're going to feel better inside, which is in turn going to give you like a nicer, like, you know, not aura, but like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a genuinely nice person and a genuinely like confident, you're like happy with yourself, people are going to notice that. Like, people are going to notice that 10 times more than if you've got some like chiseled jawline and like, you know, hunter eyes and all this stuff, but you're like a mean, like, if you have all that stuff and you're just an evil person that people don't like, no one's gonna like you, because that's not how the world works. But maybe it is. Maybe I'm just like out of touch, and maybe that is how the world works now. And I'm saying all this, and it's all just for nothing. But like, I just saw those videos, and I was like, there was people in the worst part was in these videos of this guy, there was people in the comments like agreeing with him, and they were saying all the kind of the buzzwords that all these people talk about, and they had like thousands of likes on the comments. And I'm like reading it like, is this really what the internet's like coming to? Like, is this how low we've kind of dropped to where everything is about looks? Like, and I know you can argue that it's always been about looks to some extent. Like, obviously, if it's some first initial interaction with a human being ever, and it's someone that's conventionally attractive, you're gonna have different feelings than if it's someone that's not conventionally attractive. That's just how it is. But like, to just sit there and say, you know, it's over for me. I have like, and to get it down to the inch of your eyebrow ridge or your like jawline, cheekbones. It's like, really, just be yourself. Just be yourself. That's like the best advice I can give to anyone. Is just be yourself. Like, have the hobbies that you enjoy. Do things that make you feel happy. Be the best version of yourself. Don't live for anyone else. I think that's the best thing that anyone can do, is to not live for anyone else. And ultimately, that's kind of what the whole looksmaxing thing is it's making you change how you look. You want to look better for other people. Nature's signs move. Well, nature's move, not this sign. Well, look at nature. Do you think he cares about his jawline or his like eyebrow ridge? Guy just wants rotten flesh, don't you? Oh, that was kind of a long waffle, but it was something that's been I mean, it's been on my mind forever, because this thing's been around for years. It's not like it's a new thing. It's just become way more popular and way more like normalized. Because TikTok's another reason TikTok is just a bad thing, and I want to try to get off it as much as possible. And I am hearing like more evil sounds down here, so I think we are approaching a what's it called? Cavern, cave, whatever the difference is. Something which has a lot of monsters in, and hopefully treasure, because that would be cool. Okay. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Hello, spider. Are you gonna? That spider's gonna kill me like the second I get down there, innit? I've not died yet on this world, but there's always a first time for everything. So yeah, I'm gonna see what's down here. I'm not gonna go down, I don't think. I just want to see how big this cave is. And then next video we can explore all this. Do I have my stairs? I don't. I think I've run out actually. Iron! Oh, that's the first bit of iron we've seen. We can get a bucket of water now. Wait, maybe I'll kill this guy. Yes. Okay. Right, let's light this up. I don't want anything else spawning. And then we can get the iron. Look. Oh my god. Look, iron ore. That's the first time I've seen it. That pop-up there is proof. And then we'll just quickly light this up, and then I'll end the video. Well, that's the end anyway. But that means we can get a bucket now, because I think we've got 2 already. And that should mean we can get a bucket, and then we can, like, make a farm or something. I don't know. A bucket's always useful to have. Look at this now. Look at the mine. This mine is huge. I also don't have a thumbnail, so maybe I'll just I don't know, look out over the horizon after I've ended the video. But yeah, be yourself. Looks don't matter. Looks aren't everything. I promise you. I can guarantee you. As soon as you stop worrying about it, life will just become better. It just will. Just do stuff that makes you happy. Live for yourself. Peace out.